It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Harry E. Frank Stadium on the campus of Neshaminy High School, we welcome you to Suburban One League National Division Football on WBCB Sports. And a pleasant good evening to everyone. Alongside my broadcast partner, Rob Gilmore, I'm Jordan Hirsch here at Heartbreak Ridge, where the 5-1 Neshaminy Skins are looking to take sole possession of first place as they take on the undefeated 6-0 Pennridge Rams. For Neshaminy, they've won a season-high 3 straight games, including a pair of statement victories against North Penn and then last week against Central Bucks West. And now they're tasked with doing so once again, facing perhaps the most surprising story out of the SOL this year. Over the last 3 seasons, Pennridge was a combined 9-24, but now a very experienced group led by their senior quarterback Noah Keating, combined with a very tenacious rushing attack that's got the Rams well positioned to make a deep playoff run. Rob, this Pennridge team, they can really do it all, and the Skins defense that's been so good during this winning streak, they're going to have to elevate to a whole nother level if they want to be the team walking out of here still unblemished in National Division play when it's all said and done.
Yeah, Jordan, I think it's going to be a battle of the trenches tonight. That offensive line of Pennridge going against that defensive line of Neshaminy, and that Neshaminy defensive line has been so good all season long, constantly getting pressure on the quarterback, stuffing the run game. It'll be a battle to be seen tonight between those two squads.
As for Neshaminy on offense now, let's talk about Michael Eckert. 297 total yards last week, 4 total touchdowns in the 28-18 win over CB West. It's been well established that Eckert, he's one of the best mobile quarterbacks in the area, but the evolution of him as a passer, that's what's really helped the Skins assert themselves as one of Bucks County's best through the first 6 weeks.
He's just about doubled his touchdown pass total this season compared to what he had last season already. He's been so impressive, just his poise in the pocket, his ability to get rid of the ball. He has an accurate arm. He has confidence in his receivers to go up and get the ball. He's been excellent throughout the course of the season, and perhaps the most improved player on this Neshaminy football team.
Well, this game, it's got all the makings of an instant classic. Both teams undefeated in National Division play, each playing their best football of the season over the last 3 weeks, and the allure of senior night here in Langhorne as the cherry on top. Do not go anywhere. Suburban One League Titans clash. It's Pennridge, it's Neshaminy, and it's next right here on WBCB.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League Champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. Every champion needs a good game plan. BCWSA and I want to make sure you have a game plan when it comes to conserving our most precious resource, water. Whether you're washing dishes, brushing your teeth, or watering your garden, there are ways you can save water and save money. Visit bcwsa.net for tips on conserving water. BCWSA, proven.
Kent's Tree Service, right here in Lower Bucks County, 23 years of expert tree service, emergencies 24/7 service, is your trusted professional for any tree service needs that you have. Kent's Tree Service, many years of experience successfully providing tree services here in Lower Bucks County and even parts of Montgomery County. Their whole team provides the utmost care when working on your property and are experts you can trust for any tree removal, tree trimming, lot clearing, and so much more. Bonded and insured, you can be assured of professional results from their highly experienced service professionals. Kent's Tree Service, quality tree service, right here in Lower Bucks County. Call them today at 215-547-9744. That's 215-547-9744. Kent's Quality Tree Service. 23 years of expert tree service.
A proud supporter of Neshaminy Skins High School football on WBCB Sports is the N Club. Don't forget to visit the snack stand at the game tonight for some yummy treats and show your Neshaminy pride. Check out the Pride Wear tonight for all of your merchandise. And a special thank you to our sponsors: Chick-fil-A Neshaminy, Automotive Training Center, Bailey's Bar and Grill, Code 3 Records Artist Services, Fireside Inn, First National Bank of Newtown, Frank Ferry, JJKL Construction LLC, Patient First, Sandy's Beef and Ale, and Travel Services by Tiffany.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I've stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery. And breakthrough advances, such as custom-fit joints, position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250. Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the St. Mary Medical Center, Jennifer Shorn for DA, 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Fred Herron for Sheriff, Kent's Tree Service, the N Club, Sandy's Beef and Ale, PIAA District 1, the Irish Rover Station House, and the Trentonian. Back here from Heartbreak Ridge and Langhorne, Pennridge. They won the toss. They elected to defer, so it will be Michael Ecker and the Neshaminy Skins offense up first. Neshaminy fresh off that 10-point win over CB West last week. Michael Eckert 170 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. Added another 127 on the ground and 2 scores there as well. Both of these teams come into this game 3-0 in National Division play. They're the last remaining undefeated teams in the SOL National Division, meaning first place is on the line here tonight. For Pennridge, it's the senior kicker, Luis Nunez, sent to boot it deep, and we are underway here from Heartbreak Ridge. It's juggled by Mike Sassano inside his own 15. Takes it down the sideline, run out of bounds near the 30, and out comes Eckert and that Neshaminy offense. Michael Eckert for the season, 74 of 105, 1,171 passing yards, 17 touchdowns to just 1 interception. He has been one of the most impressive quarterbacks, not just in the National Division, but really in Bucks County as a whole.
Yeah, Jordan, he's been the model of efficiency, too. 70% completions. As you mentioned, the 17 touchdowns and only 1 interception throughout the course of the season. He's been the driving force behind this Neshaminy offense.
One of the many seniors that was honored during the ceremonies before tonight's game. This drive begins from the 32 with a handoff to Carter Klee. He pile drives his way forward and then gets driven to the turf after a gain of 1. There to get him, Jackson Gregoire, the senior safety.
Gregoire on the stop.
Well, Carter Klee, he enters this matchup. That was his 98th carry of the season. And just 3 yards shy of 600 for the year, averaging just over 6 yards a carry. 2nd and 9, quick throw. Nick Sassano on a wide receiver screen. He's able to get past 1 tackle, takes it forward for the first down. That moves the chains out to the 44-yard line.
Really like that play call right there.
For Sassano, his 12th catch of the year puts him up over 200 receiving yards. 1st and 10, Klee to the outside, looking to go forward, turns the corner, and then gets driven down after a loss.
Thomas Giannetti on the stop.
Tom Giannetti there to get him down for Pennridge. That play looked doomed from the start. Rob, you talked about it during the open, right? This is going to be another battle of the trenches, and so far so good for the Pennridge defensive line.
Yeah, really forcing Carter Klee into a lot of east and west and not a whole lot of north and south on that run. A loss of 3 yards on the play.
The Rams, they had 10 tackles for loss last week in their 43-8 win over Abington. 2nd and 13, Eckert whips a pass to Bobby Lagler along the far sideline. He hauls it into Rams territory as Eckert just let go of a fastball to set up 3rd and manageable.
And again, another accurate throw from Eckert. That's what he's been doing all season, completing over 70% of his passes.
Eckert didn't really have to be used a whole lot when these two teams met last season in what was a big 38-3 victory for Neshaminy. Eckert went just 6 for 9 in that game, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Had a big game on the ground, only 5 carries, but amassed 85 yards and a score. Here's 3rd down and 3 from the 49. Rams show pressure, here they come. Play action, Eckert flush to his right. He's gonna take off with a burst, and he's got the first down across the 40. So far, Rob, we're seeing a little bit of everything on this drive from Eckert. His scrambling ability, his ability to get down the field, and also what he's able to do through the air.
Yeah, and Jordan, right on cue, you mentioned his success running against them last season. He takes off for a big gain there, and that's part of his game too. He had a 82-yard, I believe, QB keeper touchdown last week against Central Bucks West.
1st and 10 from the 40. The give goes to Klee. He's able to get through the initial wave of defenders and then gets sent backwards after a short gain. They'll give him the 38. That's a pickup of 2 for Carter Klee.
By the entire defensive line of North Penn.
Mentioned it right, a clash of titans in this game. Neshaminy, they come into this one ranked 6th in power points in D1 Class 6A. Pennridge, they're ranked 1st. 2nd and 8, Eckert takes off and gets spun down. Nolan Warman, the defensive end who's having himself one heck of a season for Pennridge. He drops Eckert for a loss.
3rd down and 10 for Neshaminy.
Warman this season, that was his 14th tackle, and now he's got 6.5 tackles for loss. 3rd and 10. Eckert back to the air, zips it over the middle to Lucas Stewart. He's got enough for the first. Lucas Stewart reinserted into the starting lineup last week. Had 3 catches for 21 yards, and that one moves the chains. He picks up 13 on 3rd and 10.
Once again, just a great throw from Eckert. Put it where only his man could catch it. Good enough for a first down.
So far, so good for the Skins on 3rd down. 1st and 10 from the 27. Eckert by himself in the backfield. Here comes Klee. Play action, RPO, and Eckert dropped for another loss. Brody Blomgren, one of the better tacklers on this stout Pennridge defense. Blomgren, he's one of 4 players on this Pennridge defense averaging over 5.8 tackles per game. They fly to the football, Rob, and they're one of the more fundamentally sound teams in the league.
Yeah, they really are, and it shows with their record undefeated on the season, and the defense has been so stout, a big reason why.
So again, the Skins find themselves behind the sticks. 2nd and 13 from Pennridge 30. And now we've got our first penalty of the night, and it's a false start against Neshaminy. This has been the problem area the last 2 weeks, Rob. 18 total penalties for Neshaminy. We saw it early. We saw it often last week in the CB West game. Pre-snap penalties on both sides, but got to believe that's going to draw the ire of Nick Felis, as now they're back into 2nd and 18.
Yeah, and Neshaminy was pretty lucky last week that Central Bucks West somehow was more undisciplined than they were. That's something that they need to clean up.
Eckert on 2nd and long. Has time, running out of it, rolls, and just throws it away. Closest player to that football was Brody Blomgren, as it was just essentially spiked into the Pennridge sideline.
Yeah, good decision there. Nobody was open. You don't want to take a sack for a big loss in that situation. Already 3rd and long as it is.
So 3rd and 18, 7:24 to play first quarter. You're kind of in no man's land. This could be 4-down territory depending on what Neshaminy does on this play. Got to get positive yardage. Haven't been stopped on 3rd down yet. This is the toughest task of the drive. 3rd and 18, Eckert rolls, running out of time, going for the end zone, and it's incomplete. And then a flag comes in on the near side of the field, about 50 yards away from the action. It sits back at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, the complete opposite side of the field.
And it's an ineligible receiver downfield for Neshaminy. So 2nd time in as many plays now that they've been penalized.
Really unfortunate, too, because they had a promising drive going.
The official now in discussion with head coach Kyle Beller over on that Pennridge sideline. They're going to decline the penalty. Sets up 4th and 18. And the punting unit will come onto the field, so the Skins will choose to play the field position game and now try to pin the Rams deep in their own territory for their first drive.
Yeah, and Jordan, at this juncture in the game this early on, I agree with this decision. You don't want to give Pennridge a short field to work with the success they've had offensively, and trust your defense to make a play here.
Sean Luth is the return man, standing at his own 4 for this line drive Tristan Rivera punt. Checks up around the 15 and rolls out of bounds. So you saw the idea there from Rivera, right? Just try to angle it as far away from Luth as possible and essentially just try to kick it out of bounds. Probably wanted to get it a little deeper than the 15.
Yeah, but in that situation where you have an explosive return man, you don't want to give him a chance with a lot of field to run.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. So here comes the Pennridge offense, 6-0, led by the Marist University commit Noah Keating. Keating last week, 11 of 14, 213 yards and 3 touchdown passes against Abington. And before their first play from scrimmage, we've got delay of game as the play clock ran down to 0. That'll back the Rams up into a 1st and 15. Well, Keating this year, 41 of 72, 669 yards, 8 touchdowns, just 1 interception. He can use his legs well to his advantage too. 45 carries, 198 yards, and 7 more scores on the ground. So he's got 15 total touchdowns and just 1 interception.
He's been very good throughout the course of the season. Last week, his biggest game passing-wise for them.
Keating, quick throw, connects with Sean Luth. He gets around Nick Sassano. Down the sideline goes Luth, and he's finally tracked down out near midfield. Good pursuit that time by Carson Schneider. But Sean Luth with a fantastic catch and run takes it out to the 44-yard line, and a great first play from scrimmage for the Rams.
Well done there by Luth. And it was just a check down, but they were able to get some blocking on the outside and pick up a big gain.
First and 15. Keating's in the shotgun. Luth goes in motion. He gets the football, looking to turn the corner. Jukes out Mark Ilkovic, and then somehow finds his way back to the line of scrimmage. That was a lot of work for Luth, as he ran probably about 20 to 30 yards. All that for a gain of 1.
On the carry.
Only a gain of 1, but he really saved that play from being blown up well in the backfield. Rob swing of about 6 or 7 yards there.
You mentioned Noah Keating and him having his best game of the season through the air last week. So we've got a whistle here before the second down play. So last week, Noah Keating, he broke Pennridge's all-time record for passing yards. Entered this game at 3,785, the 4-year starter. And I'll let you know who held the original record after this play. It's a real interesting story. Keating takes off and runs into a wall. That was the backup linebacker, Liam Brittingham, who's gotten the start these last 2 games. The injured Luke Howe. But Noah Keating, he becomes Pennridge's all-time leading passer last week. That record was originally held by Jeff Hollenbach, who's the Pennridge offensive coordinator and also Noah Keating's grandfather.
Let's go! Runs in the family.
Third and 6 for Keating and the Rams. Play action. He pumps. He rolls. He's being chased. He's going to sling it down the field, and it's incomplete. Through the hands of the intended target, Nate Durstein. Well, head coach Nick Felis, he was on the coaches roundtable earlier this week, and he talked to Chris Ermer, said he was really impressed with his team's ability to get off the field on 3rd down last week. And on Neshaminy's first chance to get off the field on 3rd down this week, they're able to get the stop as Tristan Rivera had some tight coverage that time on Durstein. This is a line drive punt. Sassano's not going to have the ability to return it. It takes a Rams roll, and it's going to be picked up all the way down at the 7 by Michael Ferguson. So the Skins defense holds. And now Michael Eckert and company back out for their second opportunity.
That's a good recovery by the Neshaminy defense after giving up the big play down the far sideline. We're able to hold stout after that and force the punt. It's something that they've been so good at throughout the course of the season, is not letting one big play really kill their momentum defensively.
And a nice job by the Skins defense to bounce back after the big play, that first play from scrimmage for Pennridge. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Kyle Beller.
Called by Pennridge.
Well, through the first 2 drives of this game, the first one by Neshaminy and the first one by Pennridge, we've seen both teams attempt to set up a ground game. Neshaminy had a little bit more fearsome of a rushing attack on their opening drive, but these are 2 of the better rushing teams in Suburban 1 League. Neshaminy, they come in averaging just under 194 rushing yards per game. Pennridge, they're a little bit better at 202.2.
Yeah, Pennridge, a team that's a little bit more reliant offensively on the run than Neshaminy is. But both teams have been very effective in that regard all season.
Both of these teams very good at just sustaining drives, and Neshaminy backed up here inside their own 10. Obviously a tall task to go 93 yards, but we've seen them do it time and time again this season, have these long drives that start well inside their own territory. This one begins with a give to Carter Klee, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, he's across the 20. And did the ball come out there at the end? It did, but Klee, fortunately for Neshaminy, fell back on top of it.
Some tough running there from Carter Klee. That's what he's so good at. He's not the most elusive back ever, but he is tough to bring down. Able to fight through a few tackles and pick up plenty of yards on that play.
Well, that's an 18-yard gain for Klee, and it's something he's just grown and has become better at throughout the course of this season, using his physicality. We saw it on that screen play, the 31-yard touchdown last week, and you see it on display right there. We have another whistle. No flag was thrown, and it looks like everything's settled. So Neshaminy out of the shadows of their own field goal posts. Now 1st and 10 from the 25. Eckert will roll. Now they'll reverse it back to Lucas Stewart. He's got a lot of turf to work with. Stewart down the sideline, barreling his way to midfield. Lucas Stewart becoming more of a focal point in this offense in this first quarter.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight that we've seen Neshaminy kind of counter Pennridge's blitz with a nice little screen pass there.
Stewart, that one goes for 26 yards, and the Skins in 2 plays are into Rams territory. Carter Klee races right up the gut, drags the defender across the 40. Give him 10 more yards, and that should be enough to move the chains. They're going to say he got 9 3/4. Second inches. Eckert alone in the backfield. Here comes Klee to join him. They'll pitch it to him. Carter Klee, now he's got the first. Tripped up right around the 35 by Blake Lanter, the leading tackler on this Pennridge squad. That was tackle number 40 for the sophomore.
Blake Lander on the stop.
So after getting bottled up on the first drive, Klee, a couple big runs here, starting to get going.
Skins have already gone 58 yards on this drive. They haven't waited to do so. Now some trickery. Big play, Brock Williams with the football. He's across the 30 to the 27, and the Skins are getting yards and chunks right now.
Yes, they are. A really impressive drive so far. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on that play.
Second down and a short 3. Inside give, it's Carter Klee, drags a man across the line to gain. He just put his shoulder down that time into Will Doherty, and Pyle drove him for the first. On 1st and 10, it's another inside handoff. Klee eludes one tackler. He's across the 15. And Rob, this Neshaminy running game, specifically Carter Klee, he's finding a groove.
He really is here on this drive, and it's been good blocking up front too. He's had some nice holes to run through, and when he has met contact, he's gone right through it.
2nd down and 1.
2nd down and a yard. Neshaminy has quickly gotten the ball down to the 15 of Pennridge, although they're going to be backing up 5 yards here on another false start.
And there it is. Just look on the first drive, they had a kind of a drive-killing penalty and a big one here.
Neshaminy in the Max Preps era, which goes back to 2004. They're 11-5 against Pennridge. They've won the last 3 meetings and 8 of the last 10. 2nd and 6 on the fringes of the red zone. Skins looking to strike first once again. Eckert, play action, going for the end zone. Brock Williams brings it in. Falling to that blue turf, Brock Williams unfazed, and it's a 20-yard touchdown, and the Skins are on the board first. It's 6-0.
What a throw and what a catch. Really couldn't place that ball any better than Eckert did, and Williams did a great job going up and getting it for the first score of the game.
Well, Brock Williams, we've seen him used now few and far between these last few weeks. Steven Busick, the extra points up and good. But back to that touchdown, Rob. If you remember towards the end of last week's game, we were wondering where Brock Williams was. He was on the sideline for some of the offensive plays, a guy who's used to taking pretty much every snap, wasn't on the field at times during the second half, didn't appear to be injured, and now he comes out first quarter, makes just an unbelievable catch to put the Skins on the board.
Yeah, really great play there. Stayed with the ball, outbattled his defender, went up and got it.
So for Williams, that was his 26th catch of the year, his 4th touchdown.
Touchdown pass number 18 now for Michael Eckert.
Yeah, that's perhaps the most impressive number just on this Neshaminy roster. The 18 passing touchdowns, just 1 interception. I mean, Michael Eckert, you include the 5 touchdowns on the ground, 23 total touchdowns and 1 turnover.
Yeah, and this coming after he had just 9 touchdowns throwing the ball last season, so he has already doubled that total with a few games left this year.
Damian Castro, the typical kickoff specialist, he's out today with an injury. Steven Busick, the lefty, he's handling the kickoff duties. This is a good one, fielded by Michael Ferguson from the 10. Ferguson gets out of 1 tackle. What a job to stay on his feet. And because of it, gains about 7 or 8 extra yards.
That was well covered by the kick team, but good job staying on his feet, picking up those extra yards and improving the starting field position for the Rams.
Nicely done by the junior kick returner. And so Neshaminy, after they just forced their way down the field, 93 yards, didn't take them that long to do so. Rams now looking for that response, but the Skins, Rob, just continue to strike first in these big games and force their opponents to play from behind. They did it to CB West last week, a team not really used to playing while trailing. Pennridge is really the same way. This is a run-heavy team. They want to play from ahead, and so good job by the Skins to strike first. And now slithering through an open hole in the defensive line goes Will Doherty. I don't know how he was able to squeeze through the left side of that Neshaminy defensive line, but on his first touch, he moves the chains for Pennridge.
Yeah, nice run there. It looked like they had him bottled up. Somehow able to find his way through.
Took that one to the 37, so it's a pickup of 10 for Doherty. Doherty entered this game with 384 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, averages 6.5 yards per carry. It's him and Ryan Rowe, typically in the backfield. Here's Keating launching down the field, and again, Tristan Rivera puts the clamps on Nate Durstein.
Rivera's had a great season. Another pass breakup for him. He's been so good in that regard.
Rivera this season, he's been known as TR Island by some of these Neshaminy football pages on Instagram. And you're seeing why right there. Keating's taken a shot at him twice, and Rivera just stride for stride with his receiver. 22 seconds left in this quick-moving first quarter. Skins on top 7-0. 2nd and 10. Keating to the air, zips a pass far side, and it's complete to Sean Luth. And then a nice tackle by Mike Sassano should bring us to the end of this first quarter.
On the catch,
It'll be 3rd down and a long 4 for Pennridge. When we return, Skins on top 7-0, 12 minutes down, 36 to go here in the game of the week in Bucks County. Back after this on WBCB.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org. For fine food and fun for the entire family, visit the Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue. Open Tuesday through Saturday. They're across from the SEPTA train station in Langhorne.
Let's go, D!
3rd and 4 for Pennridge. They trail 7-0. 20-yard touchdown pass to Brock Williams is the only scoring of the night so far. Blomgren goes in motion. Keating takes off, barrels his shoulder down. He's got the first. Not an easy thing what Noah Keating just did right there, Rob. Just running right into the teeth of this stout Neshaminy defensive line. He was able to drive his way forward. That's a powerful run for the first down.
Yeah, well done by Keating. As you said, not easy to take on that Neshaminy defensive line, but he just kept the legs moving and was able to pick up enough for the first.
Needed the 47 and got the 47. Keating averages just about 4 yards per carry when he does choose to take off. Haven't seen Ryan Rowe yet, the Princeton commit for Pennridge. Wonder if he may be out today. This give goes to Will Doherty, and he's across midfield to the 45. Mark Ilkovic drives him down from behind. But give Doherty a gain of 8.
Yeah, nice run there by Doherty. He's able to elude some tacklers, showed some shiftiness there. A good pickup of 8 on first down.
Doherty's certainly a more than capable runner, but if Pennridge is without Ryan Rowe, the 6'2", 220-pound senior, that is a huge loss for them in this big-time matchup. 2nd and 2. This will be an easy first down for Doherty, as Tristan Rivera takes him down along the sideline. But now the Rams give in the Skins a taste of their own medicine with these big chunk plays on the ground.
And just like Neshaminy on their last drive, now it's Pennridge establishing the run, something they've been so good at all season.
This Pennridge team, they're off to their first 6-0 start since the COVID season in 2020. Won the division that year, the 9th time in school history they're 6-0. And before 2020, the last time that they started out with their first 6 games all wins, 1964, as Doherty just runs into a wall of red. He keeps his legs churning, but Owen Schwartz is there with the tackle, and that's a pickup of 1 for Doherty. The Rams last year 4-7, 3-8 in 2023, and just 2-9 in 2022. Getting fantastic contributions from their defense that has given up just 4 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. 30 points combined they've allowed during that stretch, and outscoring teams 132-30 over their last 4. Play action, Keating. Looking for someone downfield, tries to check it down. Good pursuit that time by Corey Kenoy Webb. He's just been wreaking havoc in backfields all season long. Kenoy Webb, he leads the team. He's got 10 sacks. Nobody else has more than 5.
Yeah, Kenoy Webb's just been so good at blowing up plays in the backfield all season long. Gets there again, forces the throw away, and a 3rd and long.
And good to see for Pennridge as well. Ryan Rowe is on the field right now, number 31 in white. Committed to Princeton. Wasn't utilized all that often last week, just 3 carries for 13 yards. Mix it up on defense with 6 tackles. 3rd and 9. Keating faces pressure. They try to set up the screen, and Ruth couldn't handle the fastball. Well, Keating had to put a little extra mustard that time as he was seeing red. It's about all 4 Neshaminy defensive linemen were right in his face, and I think that just threw the play off just enough to force a 4th down. And it looks like Kyle Beller, he's going to leave the offense out there.
Yeah, as you said before, Jordan, this is kind of no man's territory down here. Some coaches would deem it to be 4th down territory, and some coaches like Neshaminy would elect to punt. A big down coming up.
Rowe in the backfield along with Keating for 4th and 9. Keating being chased, running out of time, and getting taken down. Liam Brittingham and Owen Schwartz combined for the tackle. Skins defense stands tall for the 2nd time today. And now Michael Eckert and the offense will take back over, holding this 7-0 lead.
Brittingham filled in nicely last week, continues to do so tonight, and Owen Schwartz has just been great for them all season. And 2 of them combined to make a big stop there on 4th down.
So Neshaminy takes over at their own 31. Williams goes in motion. Klee gets the football on 1st and 10. Just real physical running out of Carter Klee in this game. A flag comes in at the end of the play. But Carter Klee, most of these yards today, Rob, they're coming after contact. He's looking like he's just searching for bodies right now.
Oh, he loves that contact. He loves to be able to lower the shoulder into the chest of a defender and just plow right through him as he did right there. So the call will be a face mask against Pennridge.
That'll give the Skins the 1st down to the 44. Carter Klee last week, 16 carries, 65 yards, had a touchdown on a screen pass. 1st and 10, Eckert back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now has space. Eckert's gonna take off. He's across midfield, and he's run out of bounds that time by Jackson Gregoire. Nothing open downfield. Just a great job by Eckert to climb the pocket. Oftentimes at this level, Rob, you'll see quarterbacks escape right to left, but if you're able to step up in the pocket like that, you're going to be able to take off more often than not.
That's an area where he's been so much better this season, too. Not trying to force a pass there, finding the opening and being able to pick up 6 yards.
2nd and down and 4 right at the 50. Williams and Klee lined up to either side of Eckert. Eckert will keep it himself, looking to chisel his way through, and falls forward for a gain of 1.
Michael Eckert, gain of 1 yard on the play.
There to get him was Nolan Warman, the big defensive end.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So here comes 3rd and 3. The running back for Neshaminy is Caden Weaver. Saw him used a good amount last season when Carter Klee was hurt. Eckert's going to take this one himself, puts his hand into the face mask of a couple of players. He's got the 1st down. A double stiff arm that time. In fact, check that. That was Carter Klee, the Wildcat quarterback, taking that for the 1st.
Yeah, well-designed play there, and Klee able to get to the outside and utilize that stiff arm a couple times, as you said.
That one goes for 14 yards, and we're seeing Nick Felis reach deep into his bag in this game. Had the reverse play, and now a Wildcat quarterback on 3rd and 3. Eckert finds Lagler on the wide receiver screen. takes it to the 32-yard line and a pickup of 3 on first down as Michael Ferguson there to drop him. Ferguson was one of 4 Rams last week against Abington to have an interception. His went for a pick 6. Chase Klontz, along with Leland Knight and Brody Blomgren, were the other 3. Give to Sassano. He gets it back to Eckert, who picks it off the turf and takes it back to the original line of scrimmage. Nick Felix is feeling himself with these play calls, and an excellent job by Sassano as he was getting tackled there to find Eckert.
And not just tackling, he got hit pretty hard. Still able to get that off and at least get it back near the original line of scrimmage.
Under 7 minutes to play, second quarter. Whistle before the snap. Blake Lanter will head over to the Pennridge sideline. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. 3rd and 8, tight formation. They hand it off to Carter Klee, and he's stacked up. Well, an interesting decision that time on 3rd down. That's probably Nick Felix tipping his hand that he's going to go for it here on 4th. You run it there on 3rd and 8. Unfortunately for Neshaminy, it goes backwards, but they were trying to set it up to 4th and more manageable.
We'll see what Nick Felix has in store for this big 4th and 9.
Sassano, that's Nick Sassano in single coverage bottom of your screen. Play action and immediately dropped as Eckert. Blake Lander was right in his face, and Eckert was just lucky to hang on to the football. I see Eckert, he was a little surprised that time that he just had no time. Give Pennridge credit, they're getting in the backfield right now.
Yeah, good answer from the Rams defense after giving up some plays and letting Neshaminy get downfield. A couple big plays there on 3rd and 4th down. Able to shut down that drive.
I'd say in the battle of the trenches, the defensive lines for both of these teams, they have the edge right now. This drive for Pennridge begins from their own 40, and we've got movement. Who jumped first? It was the Rams, and they'll be backed up into a 1st and 15. Interesting story on suburban1insider.com from Pennridge and their quarterback Noah Keating. Keating was asked about any pregame rituals that he has after last week's game against Abington. Said he goes to his grandmother's house before every game that started this year, makes him turkey spaghetti, and that's what's powered them to the 6-0 start.
Gotta love that story. Nothing quite like grandma's cooking.
Got the protein in there, you got the carbs. They reverse this handoff back to Blomgren, and Carson Schneider was not fooled. CB West ran that same exact play last week, and it was the same result right there. Carson Schneider with the big-time hit, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 16.
You could argue Carson Schneider's been the MVP of this Neshaminy defense to this point in the season. He's just been all over the place wherever they've needed him.
Schneider entered this game team leader in tackles by far. He had 47 tackles. Dan McGarity, the next closest, at 38. Here's a handoff to Will Doherty. He's across the 40 before he's dropped down by McGarity. And he gets about half of what he needed on 2nd and 16. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, but you know what? That makes 3rd down so much more manageable for the Rams offense.
With the tackle.
3rd and 8 versus 3rd and 16. You're talking a whole different ball game in terms of play calling here.
Gotta believe they're going back to the air. Nate Durstein, he's gotten a couple of targets so far, but Tristan Rivera's locked him down. Rivera's now stuck on Chase Klontz, who's lined up at the bottom of your screen. Keating zips a pass over the middle, complete to Ryan Rowe. And then a flag, a couple of them fly late. I think they're gonna get Carson Schneider for a hit up high. What a pitch and catch that time between Keating and Rowe. The running back has strong hands to bring that football down.
And Keating got some zip on that throw.
It's a packed house here at Heartbreak Ridge, and a lot of the fans are not happy as a result of that flag. The officials are in discussion. It was kind of tough to tell from up here full speed whether or not Schneider made contact with the head or neck area.
Yeah, tough to tell from up here, and it happened so quickly.
Yep, it is a personal foul. The crowd is letting the officials hear it.
Got the Boo Birds coming out here at Heartbreak Ridge.
I mean, this is an amped up crowd, right? Final home game of the season. Final 3 regular season games for Neshaminy will be on the road. Gotta believe they'll be back here at some point during the postseason if they continue to play to the level that they have these last few weeks.
And arguably the biggest home game that Neshaminy has hosted here in quite some time. At least in the regular season.
One thing that the Skins do have to do is clean up these penalties, though. Oftentimes, it's something that you'll see hold these really good teams back as the self-inflicted wounds. First and 10 from the 25, play action. Keating takes off and he just runs right into the grasp of Dan McGarity. It's a gain of about 1.5 yards on first down for Noah Keating, who we're seeing take off quite a bit this game. Averages 9 carries per game. He's on pace to go over that in this one. Carson Schneider, I think, had to relace one of those cleats.
Let's go, D!
Here's second down and 8. We're seeing Keating in the shotgun tonight a lot more than we're used to. And a whistle's gonna blow this play dead. Tristan Rivera's clapping. He was pointing out that false start before the play.
False start against Pennridge.
It's just kind of interesting, Rob, these last 2 weeks. 3 very good teams, Neshaminy, Central Bucks West, and Pennridge. Just too many penalties.
And as you talked about before the game, Jordan, a lot of them pre-snap as well. A lot of them offsides on the defense or false start or delay a game on the offensive side. Stuff that you would think by this point in the season they would have ironed out.
Go defense! Let's go!
Second and 13, Luth, the motion man. They fake the give to him. Keating rolls another fastball, and that's through the hands of Chase Clontz, the senior receiver. A little too much zip on that one. For Clontz this year, 5 catches for 49 yards, still looking for his first score.
Pass intended for Nate Durstein.
Main wide receivers on this group are Sean Luth and Jackson Gregoire. Haven't called Gregoire's name on offense yet. He has 5 catches this year, Rob, and 3 of them are for touchdowns.
That's efficiency right there.
That's correct. Him and Bobby Lagler are having similar seasons. Third and 13, Keating has pressure, finds Luth, gets around 1 tackle, then brought down shy of the marker out to the 20. Good pursuit that time by Mark Ilkovic, who got him from behind. And now you got 4th and 4, and no question here, they're going to go for this.
Yeah, and if you're in the Neshaminy defense, probably gave up a few more yards on that play than you would have liked. Made 4th down much more manageable for the Ram offense.
Skins have gotten off the field once on 4th. Looking to do it for the 2nd time in this half. Keating to his left this time, squares the shoulders, fires it complete.
What a
Sean Luth inside the 5, and what a throw indeed. Nick Sassano was all over him, and it did not matter. Well, one thing's for sure that we're learning in this first half, Keating's got a strong arm. These receivers got to be ready for some of these fastballs, flames coming off the back of some of these passes. That one goes all the way down to the 2. And now the Rams in prime position to strike back for their first score. The give goes to Will Doherty. He powers in for the touchdown. Pennridge with the response, and it's a 1-point game. They're an extra point away from evening this score, late stages, second quarter.
Methodical drive for the Rams right there. An extra point away from tying it, but just a good mix of run and pass, keeping the Skins defense off balance. Able to go right down the field on them.
Rams go 60 yards. The big play on that drive, the 4th down conversion. Luis Nunez looking for the tie. It's a high snap, settled down, and Nunez bangs it through, and we are locked at 7 with 1:46 to play here in the first half. So now a big drive for the Skins coming up here, Rob. Pennridge will get the ball to start the second half. We saw Neshaminy in a similar situation last week, right? They were up 14-0. CB West cut the deficit to 14-11, and then right before the half, Neshaminy went down the field and scored a touchdown. And now they're looking for Control C, Control V right here.
Yeah, you'd really like to retake that lead going into the locker room at halftime. Not only to have momentum, but because you, as you alluded to, Pennridge gets that second half kickoff. You don't want to have Pennridge getting that kickoff and having a chance to take the lead to begin the second half.
Before this kickoff, I'll let you know that PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org. So the Skins with 107 seconds with which to work. We're going to get set up by some good special teams play, but this is a booming kick that will roll into the end zone for a touchback. And Neshaminy will be forced to start from their own 20. So we talk about how Pennridge, one of the more surprising teams in the SOL this year, and you may think that they're taking advantage of a light schedule as a result. That couldn't be further from the truth. Pennridge already has wins over Liberty in week 1. They're 5-1, beat them by 10. Followed that up with a victory over Ben Salem, and then the statement win for the Rams came a few weeks ago against North Penn. They handled the Knights 34-10. This team is for real. Fighting for first place with these Skins as the handoff goes to Carter Klee. Not much doing on first down. Give him 3 yards.
Yeah, as you said, Jordan, certainly for real, but really they have gotten going over the past few weeks. Had some, I don't want to say unimpressive, but a little bit less impressive victories earlier in the season, including one where they only scored 14 points against Pennsbury, but the last few weeks they have been firing on all cylinders.
2nd and 7. There was some movement, but no flag. Eckert finds Lucas Stewart in the flat, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Brody Blomgren. Say that name 5 times fast. I couldn't. He was the one to bring him down.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get off the tongue there. Brody Blomgren.
3rd down and 4.
Sets up 3rd and 4. Clock is stopped at 1:04. Neshaminy, all 3 timeouts. Pennridge, they've got 2. Big play here. And again, they'll put it in the chest of Klee, who keeps the legs churning, and he fights ahead for the first. He was hit behind the first down marker, but he just kept on powering forward, and that's been the storyline through this first half, is just the tough running of Carter Klee.
Just kept those legs moving.
A little surprised Neshaminy's playing this as conservatively as they are. All 3 timeouts. Clock now inside of 40 seconds. Quick throw, that's Mike Sassano with the catch. Tries to get out of bounds and does not. Forward momentum was stopped by Jackson Gregoire. And now before second down, Skins are going into hurry up. They don't really have to. They've got all 3 timeouts. They won't use them. Inside of 20 seconds, handoff Klee just dragging defenders. Look at this run. Carter Klee stacked up just shy of the 50. In fact, they put him right at midfield. We'll see if that's going to do it for the first half. Now the clock will stop at 11 seconds, and Nick Felis will use his first timeout.
And finally, a timeout call with 10 seconds. Interesting clock management there.
And I understand if, like, you know, you're playing it conservatively, you start back at your own 20. But the counter argument to that is you've got big playability. Even if you want to keep it on the ground, Carter Klee, I mean, he could break one at any moment. And you see right there, he gets the big play, and now you're left with just 11 seconds.
Hey, you've got Carter Klee. You've also got a quarterback in Eckert who has a great arm and can reach the end zone from around this distance.
I'd be surprised if the Hail Mary was in order here. They would probably need about 10 to 15 more yards.
Well, and they don't need to get out of bounds here. They can throw a check down, get those yardage, and call another timeout.
Fake the give. Eckert steps up. Flips it near side. Pass caught by Brock Williams inside the 40. He stepped out of bounds with 4 seconds. And now you're in Hail Mary range.
Yeah, it's well played right there. Now you can take a shot at the end zone as time expires.
Ooh, they're saying incomplete. Wow. Williams couldn't get the puppies in bounds.
No catch in the previous play.
Our defense happened right in front of the sideline. We couldn't get a great look at it.
It's good eyes by the officials, too. Williams with those white cleats that he's got on along the white sideline. Sometimes tough to see. And now Neshaminy's just going to go into non-victory, victory formation and take the kneel down and go into halftime even at 7. Pennridge will receive the second half kickoff. We'll step aside. Our halftime coverage coming for you right after this break. We'll have a performance from the Neshaminy Marching Band. We'll be back with our halftime show as well. All that and more coming up right after this. You're watching high school football here on WBCB.
Winter weather is near, and 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County will make sure your home is ready for any harsh winter conditions. Whether it's heater replacement, repair, boilers, or furnaces, their top-notch service will make sure you'll never be left out in the cold with 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Call them today, 267-606-1622. That's 267-606-1622 for 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Your trusted heating and cooling expert in Bucks County for over 30 years. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. 267-606-1622.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Kent's Tree Service, right here in Lower Bucks County. 23 years of expert tree service, emergencies 24/7 service is your trusted professional for any tree service needs that you have. Kent's Tree Service, many years of experience successfully providing tree services here in Lower Bucks County and even parts of Montgomery County. Their whole team provides the utmost care when working on your property and are experts you can trust for any tree removal, tree trimming, lot clearing, and so much more. Bonded and insured, you can be assured of professional results from their highly experienced service professionals. Kent's Tree Service, quality tree service, right here in Lower Bucks County. Call them today at 215-547-9744. That's 215-547-9744. Kent's Quality Tree Service. 23 years of expert tree service.
A proud supporter of Neshaminy Skins High School football on WBCB Sports is the N Club. Don't forget to visit the snack stand at the game tonight for some yummy treats and show your Neshaminy pride. Check out the Pride Wear tonight for all of your merchandise. And a special thank you to our sponsors: Chick-fil-A Neshaminy, Automotive Training Center, Bailey's Bar and Grill, Code 3 Records Artist Services, Fireside Inn, First National Bank of Newtown, Frank Ferry, JJKL Construction LLC, Patient First, Sandy's Beef and Ale, and Travel Services by Tiffany.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I have stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
The marching band will be kept busy this fall with performances of the Neshaminy football games as well as participating in a full schedule of marching band competitions as we join the U.S. band circuit throughout the fall season. We will host our own 32nd annual Kaleidoscope Band Show on Saturday, October 18th. Section leaders are Madison Streeter, Jenna Smith, Randy Jones, Ginger Barolo, Elias Miles, Amir Coppola Miller, Jack Kidd, Gabriel Lebowski, Abby Culver, Nathaniel Jadzak, Abby Clark, Zaira Coppola Miller, and Kara McMullen. The marching band officers are Jenna Smith, Zamira Coppola Miller, Madison Streeter, Randy Jones, Gordon Passman, Aubrey Ardrick, and Lily Cole. In our 2025 production, I Matter, we explore the states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas, and how they relate to the human condition. The show begins with an originally composed introduction featuring flute soloist Addison Velez and saxophone section. The introduction gives a visual overview of the different states of matter. In part 1, we dive into the solid state. Earth by Imogen Heat was arranged for this movement. Solid presents itself as fluid, foundation stable, and can vary in sizes. With solid, we connect our human condition to the idea of being a fully realized person, not only strong physically, but also strong mentally. We express confidence, trust, and a strong will to do whatever we set our minds to. As we transition to liquid, we demonstrate the smooth flowing and flexible nature of this state of matter. We perform a medley of three pieces, Broken Wet by Julie Giroux, Living by Edward Collier, and Ocean Eyes performed by Billie Eilish. During these arrangements, the performers will showcase the emotional nature of being human. How emotions can go and understanding and accepting our emotions for what they are as we reach the climactic part with Julie Giroux's first dance. Drum majors. Is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Neshaminy High School Marching Band.
Everything we are, everything we become, starts with a simple truth. We matter. From the core of our being, to the ways we move through this world, we exist in different states. Liquid, ever-changing, always moving. It curves and bends, adapting, reshaping, healing. Like water, we shift with emotion. Smooth, expressive, real. Joy, sadness, love, doubt. They pour from us and shape who we are. And in these waves, we learn to accept, to understand, to feel. Liquid is not weakness. It is the power of vulnerability, the beauty of change. I am emotion. I am liquid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Neshaminy High School Marching Band. In our final part of the show, we will explore gas.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Back here from Heartbreak Ridge, Jordan Hirsch, Rob Gilmore. Reached halftime here in Langhorne. Neshaminy and Pennridge even at 7. Winner of this game takes over sole possession of first place in the Suburban 1 League National Division. Skins looking to improve to 6-1. Rams looking to maintain their undefeated record, looking to go to 7-0. And Rob, sort of an up and down first half there for Neshaminy. The lone score coming towards the end of the first quarter. 20-yard pass from Michael Eckert to Brock Williams. A fantastic catch by Williams, falling to the ground in the end zone. Pennridge would respond in the second with a 2-yard rush by Will Doherty. Neshaminy, they've been bit a couple of times by some pre-snap penalties in this game. Also a big one was a personal foul call against Carson Schneider as well. What did you see out of the Skins in that first half?
I liked what I saw from them. They moved the ball pretty well. They went down the field. They took an early lead in the first quarter. Their defense made some plays, unfortunately relinquishing the lead, though, towards the end of the second quarter. I was a little bit disappointed in that last drive. I thought they could have been a bit more aggressive there and tried to pursue some points before the half. But overall, I do like what I saw. It's a very tough opponent, an undefeated Pennridge team that they're going up against, and they stuck with them, neck and neck throughout that first half. And I look forward to Neshaminy making some more plays here and cleaning up the penalties in the second half if they want a chance to winning this football game.
As for Pennridge, this is a team that's typically ground and pound. They average over 200 yards per game on the ground this season, but we've seen Noah Keating go to the air a lot more than we're used to. Do you think that'll still be the game plan for Kyle Beller's squad in the second half now that they've evened the score?
I think it completely depends on this first drive here. If Pennridge is able to go down and put points on the board and take the lead, I think that we will see them rely on the ground game a little bit more. However, if it continues to be back and forth, I think they're going to stick with what really has been working pretty well for them so far in that passing game. They've had a nice balanced offense, and that's helped them to be able to move the football down the field efficiently against a very good Neshaminy defense. So it remains to be seen, but I think that we'll see more of the same here in the second half.
Still a lot to be decided in this one, and we've got 24 minutes to do so. First place on the line when we come back. Second half of action right after this on WBCB.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1490 WB.
Winter weather is near, and 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County will make sure your home is ready for any harsh winter conditions. Whether it's heater replacement, repair, boilers, or furnaces, their top-notch service will make sure you'll never be left out in the cold with 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Call them today, 267-606-1622. That's 267-606-1622 for 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Your trusted heating and cooling expert in Bucks County for over 30 years. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. 267-606-1622.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League Champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
For fine food and fun for the entire family, visit the Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue in Langhorne. Open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Great place to go to watch Phillies sports. You can watch some Eagles games, Phillies playoff games, so much more down there at the Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue, across from the SEPTA train station in Langhorne. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. That's set to get this second half underway. Low-scoring first half. Neshaminy with 7 in the first. Pennridge with 7 in the second. And now the Rams will get the football first as a result of them winning the coin toss and deferring. Skins looking for a big senior night win to move into first place. Final home regular season game of the year. Steven Busick will send it away, and off we go in the second half from Heartbreak Ridge. Fielded by Michael Ferguson from his 16. Looking for a jolt, and he's going to get bottled up around the 30. And it takes 10 Neshaminy Skins to get him to the ground. And so out comes Noah Keating. And this Pennridge offense, Rob, we talked about it during the halftime show. This is typically a ground and pound, run-heavy team, but Keating has gone to the air more often than not tonight.
And he's been successful in doing so. He's gotten some zip on his throws, sometimes a little bit too much for his receivers to handle, but he's been accurate with his passes. Made a really nice one to set up that last touchdown.
This drive begins from the own 30-yard line of the Rams. Handoff, that's Ryan Rowe squeaking through the defensive line. Still powering forward. He gets pushed, and that's going to be enough for the first down. There you go. He wasn't used all that often in the first half. But the 6'2", 220-pound senior Ryan Rowe committed to play at Princeton next year. Showing off that physicality right there. One of the more physical runners in Suburban 1 League.
Yeah, great run right there. Just so tough to tackle.
The entire defensive line from Neshaminy.
That one goes for a gain of 12. 12 hard-earned yards. Play action, that one was tipped at the line by Mark Ilkovic. Got the left paw up there, and it brings up second down.
Mark Ilkovic.
Just want to give a quick shout out here to my buddy Mark Grove, who informed me that he is watching this game tonight. Thank you, Mark, for tuning in. It's been a great one so far.
We always appreciate the support. You're right, Rob. He's getting to watch two powerhouses in this national division go head-to-head right now. Both of these teams leaving it all out on the field, and Lucas Stewart just jumped off sides.
Another undisciplined pre-snap penalty.
Well, Stewart, who came into the year as the starter on the defensive end, as a result of his injury, Corey Kenoy-Webb has really taken a stranglehold on that starting spot. Stewart wasn't really used much on defense last week. It's kind of the same idea in the first half tonight. He gets whistled for a flag, now he comes off, and Kenoy-Webb takes back over. Second and 5 from the 47. Keating drops, slings over the middle, picked off Nick Sassano. He was the only man in the zip code. Perhaps miscommunication that time, but all Sassano had to do was look up and the football was headed right for him.
Yeah, Sassano with just about the easiest interception he'll ever have. Got to be some miscommunication or just a bad read. But that is a huge, huge turn for Neshaminy and a chance to get momentum back on their side here in the second half.
Third interception of the year for Sassano. That ties his brother Mike for the team lead. Just the second pick thrown by Keating all year. The Skins take it over at the 45. First and 10, Klee gets dragged down by his jersey. Finishing him off was Nolan Warman. Well, I was talking with defensive coordinator Mitch Cohen, his first year on the squad here at Neshaminy, and he told me before this game that winning the turnover battle would be key. Neshaminy this season, when they force 2 or more turnovers, 5-0, 0-1, when it's 1 turnover or less. That was their first of the game. Here's the screen with Carter Klee. Not much doing that time. Ryan Rowe with the tackle. And there is a flag down.
Ryan Rowe was there for the stop. Carter Klee with the reception.
Officials are sorting this one out in conversation with Kyle Beller, signaling it's going to go against Neshaminy. Interesting decision, either 2nd and 16 or 3rd and 10. And Beller will decline the penalty and bring up third, they'll call it 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Skins looking to capitalize on the Nick Sassano interception. They need the 45 of Pennridge. Eckert has pressure and he's dropped for a sack. Big time hit by Thomas Giannetti.
This Rams defense has really stepped their game up since allowing that touchdown in the first quarter, proving why they have been so highly regarded and have an undefeated season so far.
What a job by this Pennridge defense, especially their front 4. Right off the interception, Skins get all the momentum, and then they're turned back in a quick 3 and out. Rivera sends it away in the direction of Sean Luth. It's angled towards the sideline. Luth has no chance at it. And we'll see where the official stops his jog. He's across the 40, he's at the 45. And good starting field position now for Pennridge. And as this game gets later and later, Rob, some of these little things become even more magnified. Not a great punt that time by Rivera, and the Rams have some favorable field position.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that this Pennridge defensive line is starting to wear down that Neshaminy offensive line. We'll see if Neshaminy has some adjustments up their sleeve to mitigate that.
Skins, all in all, have done a nice job on the ground game. Really the last 2 weeks. Luth goes in motion. Quick throw, pass caught Will Doherty with a shoestring catch, and it doesn't really benefit him much. In fact, it doesn't benefit him at all. 2nd down and 10, Rocco Gregory there with the tackle. Neshaminy last week held Nick Mileto, just 10 carries for 47 yards. And I think all in all, they've done a nice job on Ryan Rowe and Will Doherty in this game. Most of the damage for the Rams on offense has come by way of the air. Doherty in the backfield for 2nd down and 10. Keating in the shotgun again. Skin stack the box, handoff, Doherty snakes his way through. He's across midfield. He's got a gain of 9. That'll bring up 3rd and a yard.
Maybe a little case of the announcer's jinx there. He said that they bottled him up, and there he goes for a nice gain.
On the carry.
When I was calling games at Ryder, we would always call it the Jordan Jinx, and it would literally happen every game. It happened last week, it happens here again. Now that I've graduated college, the Jordan Jinx, it's still following me around. Must have been woven into the degree or something.
You're never going to be able to ditch it.
I'm a fan of alliteration, so I can't say I'm too mad at it. They rush to the line. Keating sneaks it ahead. Maybe you could call it that because the quarterback sneak goes for 4 yards and a 1st down.
Noah Keating up the middle, picking up a Pennridge 1st down.
Caught the Neshaminy defense a little off guard that time. Real impressed, Rob, with both teams' physicality in this game. They understand what's at stake. They're leaving it all out there.
Yeah, it's lived up to everything we expected it to be, a physical battle between two teams that like to play that way.
Go defense!
1st and 10 from the 42. Luth in motion, fake it to him. Keating looking for the home run ball, and it's knocked away. Oh, what a great recovery that time. Mike Sassano got back and prevented a touchdown. Nate Durstein was wide open, and Mike Sassano turned on the afterburners and was able to pick up a huge PBU.
Yeah, it's a great recovery by Sassano. He was beat initially. He got up, he used his legs to get back into that play, and just an athletic play to knock it away and prevent what would have been a touchdown.
3rd pass breakup of the season for Sassano. Now 2nd and 10. Keating hands it off. And really nothing doing that time, maybe a yard for the ball carrier, Ryan Rowe.
Ryan Rowe, the ball carrier.
Now 3rd and 9, as we've seen both Sassano brothers make some big plays on defense here in this 3rd quarter.
Rocco Gregory and Owen Schwartz
For the Sassano brothers, that's really been a theme throughout their careers here at Neshaminy. Both have more than made their mark on the football field.
3rd and 9, fake the handoff, set up the screen. It's Rowe looking for a seam, breaking a tackle, takes it to the 35, and now 4th and manageable. Just the vision of these Rams running backs. Whenever it seems like there's nowhere to go, Ryan Rowe and Will Doherty always seem to find a way to get through that first wave of defenders.
Yeah, both very elusive, able to follow their blockers and make defenders miss. A big 4th down here.
Rams 1 for 2 on 4th. Tight formation, 4th and 3. Crowd making some noise. And a whistle and a timeout, and it's called by Pennridge. So before this 4th and 3, we'll step aside just past the midway point of the 3rd quarter, locked at 7 here on senior night from Heartbreak Ridge.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Back to action here from Neshaminy. Pennridge has it in a 4th and 3 from the Skins 35. Locked at 7. About midway through the third, Keating puts a man in motion. That's Blomgren. They hand it off to the fullback, Doherty. He's got the first. Taking on contact, moving the sticks. Will Doherty keeps the drive alive.
Doherty and the Rams beginning to establish that run game a little bit more as this game goes on.
They're starting to commit to this ground game more now that they're no longer trailing. Looking for their first lead of the contest. Handoff Doherty again. The physical runner has a nice gain on first to the fringes of the red zone on the 20, and a pickup of about 7.5 for Doherty.
William Doherty, the run up the middle, tackled by.
This is the point here where the Neshaminy defense really needs to dig deep and get a stop.
And this for Pennridge is more what we're used to seeing. These tight formation. Another handoff. It's Doherty over the left side. He's got the first. Pickup of 5 to the 15. It's looking pretty easy right now for Doherty and company.
Yeah, starting to really have their way against the Neshaminy defense. Yeah, this be a great time for another turnover.
First down and 10 from the 15.
No reason for the Rams to go to the air here. Doherty lined up in the backfield again. Right back to him, and Doherty just lowering the shoulder into defenders. Look at him, he's still going. Hard fought yards to the 10.
Will Doherty, 5-yard run. Second and
Both
5.
Doherty and Carter Klee, it seems most of their yards coming after contact.
Yeah, really similar to the way that they run the football. They don't run away from contact, they run into it, and they run right through it.
Second down and 5. Rams looking for their first lead of the night. This handoff on the reverse goes to Brody Blomgren. He's got 3.
On the end around.
It'll be third down and short.
Third down and 1.
They give him the extra yard to the 6. So third and a long one.
I'd like to see the Skins defense dial up a blitz right here.
Don't think we'll see any surprises out of Pennridge. Keating just sneaks it ahead. Neshaminy wasn't ready for it. Keating stayed upright, and he's down to the 1.
Noah Keating with
Well, Keating, I think he wanted to just dive forward and found himself a seam. Stayed on his feet. And now this drive that started back at the Rams' own 45-yard line has a chance to end in 6 and their first lead. We've seen Doherty already punch it in from 2 yards out. Keating under center. They'll push him ahead. Waiting for a signal. I think he's going to be short. No gain that time. Brings up second down. And we'll see if the play call is the same.
Well done by the Neshaminy defensive line there to fill the gaps.
Noah Keating up the middle. No gain on the play.
Down to 2 minutes to play here in the third.
second down.
Keating, he's got 7 rushing touchdowns this season. Looking for number 8. It would even his total in terms of passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns. He sneaks it ahead, and this time he has enough, and the Rams go on top for the first time tonight. They do it all on the ground and go 40 or 55 yards down the field, and it's 13-7 Pennridge.
Yeah, they just established that run game. They're finally able to overpower Neshaminy and just really take it right down the field on them. And now it's up to Neshaminy to get an answer on the offensive side.
This is the first time the Skins have trailed in 3 weeks.
Unfamiliar territory.
Nunez knocks it through. It was nearly blocked. And it's a 14-7 game. 1:37 to play, third quarter. Skins offense, which hasn't really been out there a whole lot, it feels like, really since the touchdown by Brock Williams. Now we'll get the ball back trailing for the first time since September 12th. Today is October 3rd.
It's been a while, almost a month.
I'll let you know that PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org. For fine food and fun for the entire family, visit the Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue in Langhorne. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Great eats. Head over there to watch all the Philly sports action. It's October. Watch some Phillies playoff baseball, Eagles football, and more. 1033 South Bellevue Avenue, across from the SEPTA train station in Langhorne.
Great place to grab a bite, great place to watch a game. I've been there a number of times and never had a bad experience there.
Nunez with a line drive kickoff, and it'll roll into the end zone for another touchback. And Nunez, he's having himself a day. 2 for 2 on extra points, and that's his second touchback forced.
You can make an argument that this upcoming drive might be Neshaminy's biggest yet of the whole season. The way this game has gone, points are coming at a premium, and you don't have a whole lot of time left. You still got a minute 37 to go in the third quarter.
Well, it's certainly a Neshaminy offense that's well rested. They've run only 3 plays out of halftime. First place on the line. Skins also looking for their first 4-game win streak since 2020. A year they went 5-1, and their lone loss, it was to Pennridge. Eckert back to pass, fires far side. Brock Williams couldn't bring it in.
That's a big one right there.
It's like he turned his head just a little too late, because he was open. It was an excellent throw by Eckert. Williams would have had running room as well. It looked like when he turned around, he was a little surprised that the ball was headed his way. Brings up 2nd and 10. This time they give it to Carter Klee. Outside run. He's got a solid gain as he extends the football, and that gives him enough for the first.
That's what the Neshaminy offense needs. They need to get Klee going again, really outside of that first touchdown drive. Haven't seen a whole lot of running room for him.
1st and 10 from the 30. Eckert keeps it himself this time, zigzags his way through, and it's a gain of 7 for Eckert. Well, he had 16 carries last week, 127 yards and 2 scores. Haven't seen Eckert go to the ground game as often as we're used to in this one. But a nice run there, sets up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and he had that big QB keeper, 82 yards for a touchdown last week against Central Bucks West, so he can have success running the ball.
Quick throw, and Lagler dropped it. Tried to set up the screen, and that's the second dropped pass of the drive.
And Eckert took a shot as he got that one off, too.
Yeah, this Pennridge defensive line it's not like they've just been, dominating, but they've been playing. This is probably the best we've seen an opposing defensive line play all season.
Yeah, they've been really good so far. Not allowing a whole lot of running room, not allowing a whole lot in the passing game.
Big play, 3rd and 3. Handoff, Klee. He's got nowhere to go. Ryan Rowe, Blake Lander there with the stop. And I believe Nick Felis, he will send on the punting unit. That defensive line is getting more dominant.
Yeah, as the game goes on, they've gotten better.
The Skins do not have to punt it here in this 3rd quarter. We're down to just 5 seconds. Play clock's at 14. And time runs out. So the Tristan Rivera punt will come on the other side of this break. Neshaminy on the ropes, down 14-7. Pennridge about to get the ball back to start the 4th. 36 minutes down, 12 to go. First place on the line when we come back. Here from Heartbreak Ridge.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you're interested in becoming an official, PIAA District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom. Tristan Rivera set to send it away. Rams primed to get the football back. 12 minutes to go. They're on top by 7, looking to preserve their undefeated season. This snap just rolls up there. Handled nicely by Rivera. Bounces to Luth, and a nice tackle made on the far side of the field.
Pennridge player slow to get up on the far sideline.
Well, that's Luth, who was the return man, also one of their main wide receivers. He's still down, so we'll step aside again. Pennridge offense up next.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I have stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten.
Sean Luth was able to get up, looked like it could have just been some cramping. Brings up 1st down and 10 for the Rams. Handoff with Doherty, and Milo meets him immediately. It's a gain of about a yard, maybe 2 for Doherty. And now 2nd down and 8. Every play now in this 4th quarter becoming more and more magnified, and a nice start for this Neshaminy defensive front.
Yeah, we really need to see more of that from them on this drive. Can't afford to let too much time come off the clock here, and more importantly, you want to keep it a 1-score game.
Keating alone in the backfield. They put a man in motion, fake it to him. Keating will take off, and he runs into a wall. Back-to-back fantastic plays by the defensive line. Dan McGarity came up to finish him off, and I think Keating wanted a flag for a late hit. He will not get it, and now 3rd down and 8.
With 9 yards to go.
The Skins, they were so good last week getting off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a big-time 3rd down stop right here. Pennridge needs the 39. Keating rolls, squares the shoulders, fires, it's complete, but short of the sticks. Chase Klontz, his first catch of the game.
Chase Klontz.
He's marked about a yard shy of the 39. And now decisions for Kyle Beller.
See, this is a situation where if I was a coach, I would like to be aggressive and get that first down and bleed some more clock. But we'll see what Pennridge elects to do.
The offense is going to stay out there. Ryan Rowe just checked back in. Sean Luth and Chase Klontz will exit. This is going to be a run. They're going to rush to the line. Last time they did this, it was a quarterback sneak.
Watch the hard count.
4th and 1. They hand it off, and Doherty has the first. 7 yards to the 45. It's just so hard to keep these guys under wraps consistently. You get a nice defensive play on 1st down, nice defensive play on 2nd. They go to the air for 3rd. You're asking a lot out of this Neshaminy front to have to really force 3 consecutive short yardage gains. That's just what makes this Rams running game as good as they are. It's what's helped carry their offense throughout this entire season. And a big part of the reason why they're 6-0. Fake the handoff this time. Keating will roll, throws on the run, incomplete. Good coverage by Mike Sassano. Matching Jackson Gregoire stride for stride, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, good coverage by Sassano. He's had a great game in the Neshaminy secondary, him and his brother.
Just under 9 minutes to play. And now 2nd and 10. If you're the Neshaminy defense, of course you would have loved to get off the field there on 4th down, set your offense up on the plus side of the 50. But still got to focus on the task at hand. It's keeping points off the board, keeping it at a 1-score game. Handoff, Doherty makes a cut move, has the 1st down.
Just powerful running, and that's been a theme all night for them.
Picks up a Rams 1st down.
Ryan Rose, the Princeton commit. You would think that was Doherty, the way they've used him and the way he's been running in this game. Lots smaller build, Doherty, just 5'10", but he's at 205. Low center of gravity, that's what allows him to stay upright and to take on some of this contact. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Trevor Picciotti. First time we've called his name, the sophomore.
Trevor.
And he's got 4 to the 41.
With a carry on the outside, he was stopped by Tristan Rivera.
Pennridge and Coatesville entered the week as the only undefeated teams in Class 6A. Rams looking to keep their magical season going. Here's a handoff. It's Doherty. And ho-hum, it's another 1st down pickup for the senior Will Doherty. Good tackle by Carson Schneider. But it goes to the 34. That's another gain of 7. Doherty just doing it with ease right now. The other thing, Rob, that these drives are doing, taking a lot of time off the clock whenever you're able to keep it on the ground with this level of consistency.
Yeah, down towards almost 7 minutes remaining in regulation.
Not quite in field goal range yet. 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll give it to Picciotti again, and that's a nice defensive play. Coming up from the safety spot, Dan McGarity.
Yeah, really nice tackle there by McGarity. One-on-one was able to bring his guy down.
Garrity, the second leading tackler on this team, had his best game of the season last week. A sack, 9 tackles, including 3 for loss. That one goes for a loss of 2 and sets up second and 12.
After a loss of 2.
Neshaminy's defense, it's really bent but hasn't broken.
Let's go!
The lone goal right now is to keep this at a 1-score game. Give the offense a chance to tie it. Keating will roll. Looking downfield. Being chased. Running out of time, and he runs out of bounds. Rocco Gregory came up to finish that play off.
Pursuit by Gregory there. Now another 3rd and long. And if you're the Neshaminy defense, you cannot afford to give up a chunk play here like they did last time on 3rd and long.
It's a good point. First series of this drive, Pennridge was backed into a 3rd and 8. They got 7 yards. And then were able to convert on 4th and 1.
With 11 yards to go, that brings up
3rd and 11 from the 35. It's been a run-heavy offense since Pennridge tied this game up. Keating to the air. They set up the screen. Setting it up with Brody Blomgren. And he's got a good gain, but not enough for the first. I believe the Rams are going to go for it once again.
And there is that chunk play, 8 yards.
Brings up 4th and 3. So Neshaminy, they were able to force the 4th down stop the first time that the Rams had a 4th down opportunity, but haven't gotten off the field since then. Rams have converted each of their last 3.
This one 4th and a long 3.
Tight formation. Keating, they went with the hard count, didn't work. Now the handoff, and the Skins are able to stop him. Liam Brittingham with the tackle. And Neshaminy will take over. They get off the field on 4th down. Bend but don't break.
Got an injured Ram down at the 25. Liam Brittingham inserted into the starting lineup last week, and he has been a huge difference maker for the Skins defense and one of the biggest plays of the night so far.
Yeah, just a sophomore. He's playing for Luke Howell, who's now missed the last 2 games. So Mitch Cohen forced to start a pair of sophomores at linebacker. They've both been playing real well. We've called Rocco Gregory's name a lot tonight, and then Brittingham just came up with the defensive play of the day.
I feel like Brittingham has just been all over the field these last 2 games that we've done where he's been in the starting lineup, so really haven't missed a beat defensively putting him in there. He's done a great job so far.
And one final time for fine food and fun for the entire family. Visit the Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue in Langhorne. Open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Get some good eats, watch some Philly sports action down there. Again, that's 1033 South Bellevue Avenue. It's across from the SEPTA train station in Langhorne. The injured player was Thomas Giannetti. He's limping off the field. That's a big loss for the Rams. Giannetti plays both sides of the ball. One of the starting linebackers for Kyle Beller's squad. So the Skins take over on their own 26. 74 yards out and a PAT away from a tie ball game. 5:13 to play. Skins looking for a 4th quarter comeback. Eckert, loads of time. Now rolls out. Looking for some help, he's just going to run out of bounds. He wanted to hit the home run ball with Nick Sassano, but good coverage by Chase Klontz down the field.
Yeah, Sassano didn't quite have the step that Eckert was looking for, so wise decision to tuck it and run and make something out of nothing there. He's able to pick up about 3.
Eckert has 1 drive this season, 1 game-winning drive in the 4th quarter, came against North Penn. Play action. Eckert sets up the screen. Pass complete. And not much room to run that time for Sassano. That was Mike Sassano on the catch. now 3rd down and 4. We've got a whistle. I think one of the officials is having some trouble right now. The Neshaminy and Pennridge trainers are going to head out to take a look. We'll step aside quickly, 3rd and 5, when we come back.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Winter weather is near, and 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County will make sure your home is ready for any harsh winter conditions. Whether it's heater replacement, repair, boilers, or furnaces, their top-notch service will make sure you'll never be left out in the cold with 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Call them today, 267-606-1622. That's 267-606-1622 for 1 hour heating and air conditioning of Bucks County. Your trusted heating and cooling expert in Bucks County for over 30 years. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. 267-606.
Big 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for Neshaminy. Trailing by 7. Late stages, 4th quarter. Eckert fakes the pitch, then flips it off. Carter Klee, can he get there? He's close to the sticks, and he got the 1st down.
Carter Klee.
I like that play call there, the fake handoff and the pitch to Klee, and he has just enough to the edge.
He needed 4, and he got exactly 4 to the 36. So a big 3rd down conversion there for Neshaminy. The Skins and Nick Felis talk about priding themselves on being a 4th quarter team. Looking for a 4th quarter comeback tonight. Eckert, RPO, dragged to the ground by the ankles. Ryan Rowe with the hit and drops Eckert for no gain.
We're getting into crunch time here, under 4 minutes to go in regulation.
And you feel like for Neshaminy, it's got to be on this drive. You can't punt it away with the prowess of the Rams' rushing attack. 2nd and 10. Rams showed pressure. They back off. Here's Sassano on the screen. Across the 40, and a good gain there on 2nd down. It'll set up 3rd and 3. Michael Ferguson with the tackle.
Michael Ferguson on the stop.
I like that play call there. It's not a home run, but it makes 3rd down that much easier.
They say he only got it to the 42, so now 3rd and 4. If you're Neshaminy, you've got 2 plays to get this. Caden Weaver and Carter Klee. This is an interesting formation. Klee now lined up as a Wildcat quarterback. We've seen this once before. Klee dashes ahead. He's going to be a little short. Gain of 3, and now 4th and 1.
Takes the direct snap up the middle.
4th and less than a yard, really, maybe half a yard.
And now it's a no-brainer that you're going to go for it, but what will the play call be? Under 3 minutes to play, 4th and 1.
Well, if this is the Philadelphia Eagles, we know what the play call would be here, but we'll see what Neshaminy has dialed up.
Eckert's in the gun once again. Klee to his right. Williams in motion. Eckert, handoff, Klee. He got just enough, at least according to the far side official. And that's back-to-back series now for Neshaminy, where it at least appears that they're going to have exactly enough. They say 1st down, there's an injured Ram. We'll take another break. The suspense is building here in Langhorne.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
Again, it was Thomas Giannetti hobbling off. Carter Klee on 3rd down and 4 earlier in this drive. He got exactly 4, and now on 4th and 1, he gets exactly a yard. Skins have gone exactly 20 yards. 1st and 10. They trail by 7, just over 2 minutes left. Play action. Eckert taking a shot for Nick Sassano, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by Michael Ferguson. Don't think that pass was catchable anyways. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second down.
This thing with it being now 4-down territory, you almost feel like on 1st down you could take that shot, because now you still have 3 downs to work with.
Yeah, and I do appreciate the aggressiveness there.
The Skins offense, it's averaged over 30 points per game, stuck on just 7 since late stages 1st quarter. Eckert faked the run, now running out of time, slinging it complete. Carson Schneider with his first catch of the game.
What a throw as he is being brought down right on the money.
There are white jerseys all around Eckert, and he found his outlet in Carson Schneider. The linebacker flipped over to the offensive side of things for the biggest play of the game for the Skins. Neshaminy has all 3 timeouts and 1:46 to play with. 39 yards out. And a whistle. And a timeout. And the officials haven't made the signal as to who called it.
Well, if it's Pennridge, that would be their 2nd.
And it's Neshaminy, so it's their 1st. Nick Felis burns the timeout. We'll step aside. 1st and 10, back after this.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
1st and 10 to Neshaminy from the 39, trailing by 7. 1:46 to play. Eckert, they want the screen. They've got it with Brock Williams. He's got some space, and it gets closed off quickly. Just a gain of a yard. Connor McMillan, the junior linebacker, there with the hit.
Really looked like Williams had some space there, but a good job by the Pennridge defense to close in on him quickly.
Now 2nd down and 9. Skins have 2 timeouts, and the running clock is down to 1:14. We've got some confusion here. Bobby Lagler now seems to know the play. And on 2nd and 9, Eckert drops back. A flag flies. Eckert rolls, going deep for Mike Sassano. He brings it in. Inside the 10, we'll have to check the marker.
Pennridge players indicating it's against Neshaminy.
And it's an illegal shift against the Skins.
Oh, man.
That's a crusher. They had cleaned up the penalties since the 1st half, but that one just wipes away what would have been a 30-yard passing play.
Yeah, it came back to bite them at the worst possible time. Now under a minute.
That very well could have just been as a result of the confusion before the play. Get some guys moving where they're not supposed to. And so instead of 1st and goal, it's now 2nd and 14 from the 43. 58 seconds left. Eckert has time, delivers over the middle. There's Bobby Lagler, bounces off one man. He's got the 1st. The clock is still moving. It'll stop because of the first down. It'll start rolling when the official sets the football. Bobby Lagler with his first catch of the day. 1st and 10 from the 24. Eckert, quick throw. Mike Sassano hauls it in. But we do have another flag thrown on the far side of the field, well away from the play. This might be the second Mike Sassano catch that gets wiped off the board on this drive.
Man, oh man, the worst possible time to be drawing flags.
The official wants Carter Klee to back up and stop eavesdropping. And it's an ineligible receiver downfield. That's the second time we've seen that in this game, where the flag has come from across the field on an ineligible man downfield. Crowd not happy. It'll bring up 1st down and 15. Skins still have 2 timeouts. 37 seconds on the clock.
And at this juncture, 37 seconds is an eternity, too.
Rams rush 3. Eckert surveys. Now rolls. Looking for the end zone. It is tipped around and intercepted. Picked off by Pennridge. And their undefeated season will stay intact.
And a heartbreaker here at Heartbreak Ridge.
Tough to tell who came down with the football. They say Chase Klontz, the senior cornerback. That was a difficult throw for Sassano. He did have a receiver down there, also could have elected to run the ball.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I agree with that decision to go for it all with still that much time and 2 timeouts left.
Well, Pennridge just a few kneel downs away from moving to 7-0, taking over sole possession of first place in the Suburban 1 League National Division. It'll be their first win over Neshaminy since 2021. These two teams did battle for the full 48 minutes. Both left it all out there. But Chase Klontz with the game-sealing pick in the end zone. That'll be the difference tonight. Rams will use a timeout, so I think the play clock was running down.
Yeah, it really came down to which defense made more plays, and in the end it was Pennridge whose defense tightened up after giving up that touchdown in the first quarter. A great drive by Neshaminy at the end of the game, but unfortunately just unable to finish it off. And a great play by the Rams to seal it.
They used the air attack in the first half and the ground game in the second. Pennridge will go to 7-0. What a season the Rams are putting together. And they've made yet another statement coming in here to Heartbreak Ridge and taking down the Skins on senior night. This wasn't your typical 14-7 game. It was exciting all the way through. Rams get the win. Our player of the game, it's going to be the senior running back, Will Doherty. You can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on our YouTube Shorts page, as well as on Instagram at WBCB_SN. I'd like to thank our sponsors one more time for making portions of today's game possible. The Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, St. Mary Medical Center, Jennifer Shorn for DA, 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Fred Herron for Sheriff, Kent's Tree Service, The N Club, Sandy's Beef and Ale, PIAA District 1, the Irish Rover Station House, and the Trentonian. Rams come from behind, get the win, 14-7 your final score. One final time for the entire crew from a broadcast partner, Rob Gilmore. He also did the camera work as well. And for Aaron Bennett, who produced today's stream, My name's Jordan Hirsch saying thank you for watching. Back at it next week from Central Bucks East. Till then, have a great night, everybody, and go Phils.